McDavid, man, is he on a heater right now? He is on a heater, and he is playing like the last month. You said it, Strud. Every night he is embarrassing people.
Yeah,
it's at a level that is. It shouldn't be surprising because he's been so great for a decade now. But to watch him every night put on a clinic where it is unstoppable. Like it really looks like he's playing at a level, at almost a sport against guys that just are not capable of being on his level.
He's had so many plays where I'm just like literally out loud, oh my God.
Yeah.
How did he do that?
End-to-enders flying through the neutral zone, Deacon making plays at high speed.
Yeah.
It is amazing what he's doing right now.
But what's incredible about him, and I'm seeing him doing it now the last month, is how fast he's going, but it looks like it's happening slow. You know what I mean? Like it looks like he's going slow motion, but he's flying by guys, and it's I maybe I'm doing the best job explaining it, but it is incredible how fast he's doing things so slowly. If that even makes sense in the English language.
Well, no, you're right though, Strud, because I think you got to break it down the most basic possible way.
Well, it's like the car is going so fast, and yet he's able to steer it and go around the corners. And you're like, how can he do that? How can he go that fast?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
No, it's true. And like you mentioned that power play, how many times he's made a pass down to Hyman over to Draisaitl, but he's flying at a guy, and you can feel the defender panicking, and then he lifts his stick up and pucks past him, and it's on Hyman's stick. It's incredible what's going on right now. Like it is amazing. Like he's taken over the Art Ross race. Now McKinnon's still there, and I don't think McKinnon's dead yet.
No,
McKinnon is still rocking. He had a few points the other night. What's McDavid on, a 12-game point streak, I believe it is right now?
Somewhere in there, yeah.
Yeah, and listen, McDavid's alive. You mentioned Hyman coming back is significant. Nugent Hopkins, now they've got a loaded line that is causing havoc every single night. And he's talked about the schedule in a positive way, which is unlike what a lot of guys are saying, I think, privately. That it's too much, there's too many games, and obviously McDavid's like, I don't want to practice, I don't need to practice, I just want to play. And when you're red hot, Strud, I'm sure you can attest to this, that's all you want to do. When you're playing at this level, of course that's all you want to do is play.
Yeah. Personally, I've never actually been red hot, but I've been on teams that are red hot, and you can't wait to get on that ice. Now, I think what what McDavid and what a lot of the guys are talking about is that you have to find the right blend of games, off-ice preparation. That includes kind of rest and practice and working out, eating, and then feeling good for those games. And if you can kind of space it every other game and you're feeling good, you can really hit that groove, and nothing feels out of whack. But I think as a team, you need team practice. I know I've talked about this before, but I think every now and then you do need a good team practice to get everything back tight, and then you attack again as a group.
Yeah.
Can I ask you guys something, though? If you had to vote for the Hart today, so McDavid, you just mentioned it, Hayes. Do you know how many regulation losses Colorado has?
Yeah, it's still McKinnon for me.
2.
Yeah, it's still McKinnon.
So it's like, what will McDavid have to do to win the Hart?
Well, I would think they got to win the division, which they're knocking on the door, right? I don't know how much of it is team success, what everyone else is doing. I think what could hurt him, which is a strong term considering right now it feels like a two-man race. I do think Celebrini needs more love and attention.
Yeah, but it's two-man race.
I know, but what if San Jose gets in?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
These are clearly the two best players.
No, I get they're the best players.
Most valuable, whatever you want.
Are they, though?
Yes.
How can Celebrini, if he drags his team into the playoffs and he's within 10 points of these two freaks, which he is right now, how can that not be considered at least a possibility that he gets some votes?
Fair point. I don't know.
He's got to be within realm of...
Third? Fourth?
Yeah, and it's more than likely it's a battle between these two. But I think, with McDavid, it's the power play points can hurt him in the voting like this.
Yep.
Because he gets labeled unfairly, but you get labeled, you're a power play merchant, and the power play's flying. How many second assists do you have in the power play? And if Colorado ends up with 132 points and McKinnon's within 7-8 points of him in the Art Ross, I think he'll win it. And I can't really argue against that, Strud. McKinnon's been unbelievable. Yeah. He's been as good or better than McDavid over the course of the year. McDavid's just on a heater right now that no one can... He looks like Gretzky in his prime. Yeah. It's like Lemieux numbers every night.
It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. So, Jonas, you'll probably remember this, but remember the year Taylor Hall won it, the Hart Trophy?
Yeah.
So that just, I think two things. Well, I know for sure one thing: his separation between his number of points and his next teammates' points. I want to say it was 20 or 30, and I might be wrong, but you get the idea.
That was a stat that won him the MVP.
Yes, but who else was he against? Because maybe, like let's assume that Celebrini does have some gap between him and the next group player on his team, gets into the playoffs, and he's against Connor and Nathan. Is there enough there to have a haul like?
Well, let me ask
win?
you this. Okay, Will Smith is second in points. How many points behind McKinnon do you think he is?
Behind, you mean?
Behind Celebrini.
Celebrini.
25?
Strud?
Yeah, I want to say 20, and we're halfway through the year.
28 points behind him.
Yeah, so
He's
let's
got
average.
a 28-point lead on.
Okay, so let's say it's
Will
45
Smith.
at the end of the year.
Yeah.
They make the playoffs. Is that enough? Because I do think that
I think it
I always
should be.
think about, do you take the player off of that team? What happens to that team? So that's how I always, that's what I would think about the Hart Trophy. Now, I don't get a vote, so no one really cares, but that's how I would do
neither.
it. So if you take Celebrini off the Sharks, are they a playoff team? Answer is no.
No, the answer is definitively
If you
no.
take those other two out, are they a playoff team? I think they are.
Yeah, I think they both. I think Colorado, I mean, it's tough to argue with. They have 2 regulation losses, like you said. The goaltending's been great. McCarr's obviously been phenomenal. Nate Chess has been great. But, I mean, Draisaitl's right there. If McDavid's out, I think Edmonton would have a more difficult time making it, clearly. They're both incredibly valuable. But
sure.
I do think there's a strong case for Celebrini. Like a very strong case. It's a long way down. You're still 40-plus games away. But San Jose's been the worst team in the league for 2 or 3 years.
Well, didn't we
Horrendous.
think that they would be bad again this year?
Yes, and look at
100%.
Chicago. Like, Chicago is bad again. Now, Bedard's injury has obviously factored in. But Chicago, they're bad. And they're going to be bad. If San Jose gets in, if Celebrini's got a 45-point lead on Will Smith, and he's within 10, 15 points of the top 2, come on, Jonas.
I can't see
You
it.
still can't do it.
I could see him being third on. Like, I get a ballot, so you guys can try to
Okay, so
influence
you
it.
will not be
Okay.
swayed. It's
I mean,
David
like, I can't
McKinnon for
say-
life.
Okay, we're gonna.
Probably.
Okay.
Like, they're
All right.
clearly like in their own stratosphere,
All right.
I think.
Okay.
It's like Jokic and SGA. Like, they're clearly 1 and
Yeah.
2.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
I don't know the order.
But
All
it's
right.
incredible that we're talking about Celebrini, about his team making the playoffs. I didn't have him make the playoffs.
No.
Him being on the Olympic team, and then his point production. Like, those 3 things I didn't think would happen this year.
Crazy.
They would happen, but not this year. I'm blown away.
I am
just can't
too.
believe by him.
It's incredible what he's doing.